Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a Portland Trailblazers video. I feel like Portland, they're not done, bro. You still have Damian Lillard, you still have Nurkic, you have Simons. Portland next season, everyone is going to be like, damn, how did we miss that? They're currently tanking. They've won like 2 or 3 games in the month of March so far. That is exactly how you do it. They are resting or, not rushing anybody back. This team is so intriguing. I mean, and it's even players like Josh Hart. Josh Hart most likely done for the season. He's not like officially done for the season, but there's no way they bring him back. In Josh Hart's final 5 games for Portland, he averaged 29 points per game. 29 points per game. Josh Hart is just a piece of the puzzle. Trade deadline. You bring guys like Keon Johnson to your roster. Underrated. Justice Winslow. I doubt he's back for the rest of the season. These are huge, low-key pieces that are going to be perfect for him next year. And then you have the emergence of young guys like Brandon Williams, Trendon Watford. What an intriguing roster. And they're tanking right now, and they're going to have a top 10 pick at the worst. Top 10 pick at the worst. I mean, Portland, the future is super bright. Welcome back to the channel, though, man. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button for daily NBA content. I definitely need to start posting more Blazers videos. I might start posting them every day, honestly. If this video gets like over 50 likes, I'll start posting Blazers content every day. So be sure to hit that like button, drop a comment down below. But I'm watching this team, watching highlights, reading up on them. And I'm like, this team is so under the radar, it's unreal. And then most recently, you have rumors, or not even rumor, I guess it's rumors, news, whatever you want to call it, about possibly Jeremy Grant heading over to Portland. In Detroit, from Detroit's side, there isn't much of a reason to have Jeremy Grant. There just isn't much of a reason to have a 20-point-per-game scorer who is not part of your future. So a trade to Portland, I think that is very viable. If Portland can just get one more star back to Portland, which I believe is a huge goal for them, you can't count this team out. You can't count this team out just because Dame missed a whole chunk of the season. Nurkic, when he's healthy, and that's a big, that's kind of another thing too, is can he stay healthy? I hope so. Because Portland, if you got a healthy Dame, you got a healthy Nurkic, that's a playoff team. If you have the play-in tournament, a healthy Dame and a healthy Nurkic for an entire season, that's enough to make the finals, to make the playoffs. Especially like top 10 teams in each conference. Like Portland is 100% better with even just those 2 stars, or superstar and star, then who's in it? Like Lakers suck right now. The Spurs, I mean, like there's nothing special about any of these teams. Like, yeah, some of them are trending in the right direction. San Antonio, New Orleans, these are teams that are very bright futures. But so does Portland. Just because Damian Lillard has been out for so long now, it feels like, just because they traded away CJ McCollum, traded away Norman Powell, like they're getting ridiculed out here. Everyone, if you think about Portland, you ask a normal basketball fan, a casual basketball fan, you're like, what are your thoughts on Portland? They would say, what the hell are they doing? Portland fan would be like, they're playing chess. They're playing a fat game of chess. They're not here to play checkers. And, I got to say, I understand that some of these young players, guys like Williams, guys like Watford, like, they might not have huge roles on Portland next year, but if they're coming off the bench and they're getting meaningful minutes, they're going to make an impact. These are 2 such low-key rookies, and those aren't even the only 2 young players that Portland has that are playing right now. I look at a guy like Drew Eubanks right now. So Nurkic, he's been out for a while. Eubanks has picked up right for him. I mean, this guy is averaging 17 and 10 in his last 10 games. Eubanks, I think, was one of the most underrated mid-season acquisitions you could think of. Last night, for example, I know you're playing the Oklahoma City Thunder. They don't have the most impressive defense, especially interior-wise, but last night, Eubanks, 27 points, 14 rebounds. The craziest part is he went 12 of 14. Literally missed 2 shots the entire night in 41 minutes. 27, 14, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. A guy can play defense, a guy can play offense, a guy can do it all. He's going to have a role on this roster next season. Guys like Justice Winslow, before they got injured, they were balling. Justice Winslow. I look at guys like Justice and Josh Hart as 2 players who have just never really gotten a good opportunity. I don't think they've ever really gotten a meaningful opportunity on a basketball team. Portland's the spot. Portland's the spot for him. Keon Johnson, the Clippers messed up, bro. And from the Clippers standpoint, it does make sense because you are trying to, you're trying to keep Paul George, you're trying to keep Kawhi Leonard, you're trying to keep both those players, you're trying to keep them both happy, keep them in LA. And so the move made sense. I think the move made sense. It was something they had to do, in my opinion. But the players that were brought over in that trade, I really think, especially Keon Johnson. Now, obviously, Keon's still young. He's 21 years old. He's in his rookie season out of Tennessee. Defensively, this guy already has a lot of talent. Offensively, it's going to take playing time to get him to where he can be. We have no idea what his potential is looking like. We have no idea what his ceiling is looking like. We don't even know what his floor is looking like. Keon Johnson should probably be starting games for him. I actually think I have a stat ready to go from StatMuse. Keon Johnson, per 36 on the season, 12.5 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, a steal, shooting 41% from downtown as a starter. He's just another guy where it's like, even if Portland doesn't win it all next season, you have all these young-ass pieces. Guys like Keon. Guys like Simons. I mean, Simons is a stud, bro. Obviously, he's out right now, but next season, I don't see a reason why Simons can't be the missing piece as far as like when you lose CJ, you're losing out on a lot of things. CJ, getting to an older point in his career, maybe he starts to become a little injury prone. I really like the move. I really like the move for long term as far as that goes. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this roster. I'm like, say they even get Jeremy Grant. Say they don't even get Jeremy Grant, but let's say they do. Portland's going to be a threat next year. I mean, Portland is going to be a threat next year. They have too many young and experienced pieces to not make noise next season. And I really think, take it from a Bulls fan, take it from a guy not living in Portland, where there is just no talk with this team right now, and the NBA is going to be so shocked when they make off-season moves and they have a top lottery pick. I mean, it really is going to blow a lot of players' minds. I even look at their bench right now, guys like Ben McLemore, who they haven't had the most successful NBA careers. Ben McLemore's been raining for Portland this season. 28 points last night, made 8 threes, literally took 18 threes. That's so cool. Ben McLemore, ever since probably the Sacramento days, which I think what we've learned recently with Sacramento is they don't know what they're doing, and they haven't known what they're doing for a while. Houston wasn't the spot. Like, they have their opportunity just to shine right now, get their confidence up. They're playing for rotation minutes for next season. Even guys like Chris Dunn, my former Bull. Chris Dunn was a really nice piece for the Bulls. Like, defensively, at the very, very, very least, you can rely on Chris Dunn defensively. It's all about just getting him going offensively, but that might not be his role next season. You don't really, if you have Simons, if you have Dame, you have all these scorers, especially if you get Jeremy Grant. Like, you don't need Chris Dunn in there. If Chris Dunn's playing and he's getting rotation minutes for you next season, you don't need this guy to drop 20 every night. You just need him to play his role. Last night, you saw 2 steals, 1 block. That's just an every night type of thing for Chris Dunn. That's it for today. Drop some comments down below. Blazer Nation, I want to see your guys' comments. If you want more Blazers videos, be sure to hit the like button, drop a comment, hit that subscribe button, and I'll start posting a lot more Blazers content for you guys. So, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.